All right, I took time to make slides and I came early because I have never done this before. So you're going to have to encourage me somewhat. Can I see some smiles? Thank you. If the slides are not coming up, I'd like the slides to come up, please. Thank you. Okay, I see them here. I will go through my slides and I think LB is right. You're going to hear us repeating because I heard some of the things in my slide. Let's try the technology. Excellent. All right. The seminar this year is on continuous improvement. I will quickly run through those slides. I hope to be done in 15-20 minutes. And that should give us 10 minutes because it's important to me that you ask questions that you can take away and use tomorrow. Okay? The invitation I got referred to Exodus 36 verse 1. And I'm reading from the Amplified version. It says, I've taken segments of it, every wise-hearted man in whom the Lord has put wisdom and understanding to know how to do all the work. So, first thing, it was the Lord who put the wisdom and the understanding for the work in the heart of men. I prayed this morning before I came here because I am a Christian. And I asked the Lord, and even now I ask Him, Spirit of the living God, take absolute control. Let me speak a word today that will inspire and motivate someone here to fulfill destiny. This I humbly ask in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you for that. So, the Lord is the one who puts the wisdom and the understanding. And I'm saying to you here that every one of you, and you're going to tell your neighbor, you have some ability, you have some talent, some intuition, something that you do without thinking, that some of us have to think twice before we do. Everybody has a talent. So I don't know what you have been told before. There's something in you that you need to wake up. So, because the theme was continuous improvement, let's do some questions. Why do I need to improve? Do I need to? Hello? You're too quiet. Don't worry, the slides are here. At least in this case, there are slides. No need to write. Okay, they will be left behind. Do I need to improve? Can we see by show of hands? I'm comfortable where I am. I don't need improvement. I guess you wouldn't have come to this seminar anyway because it was continuous improvement. So we're going to try and answer or find some answers. Why do I need to improve? What happens if I don't improve and I remain static? My skills are okay. What do you think will happen to me? Excellent. I'll be redundant in no time because the only thing constant in life is change. There's someone there who wants to take over from you. Are you prepared for that position? Are you prepared for that opportunity? You know the truth? It is only when preparedness meets an opportunity that you can take advantage of it. If you are not prepared, you may not even recognize it as an opportunity. So what preparation are you going through? What do I need to do to keep improving on my skill set? I'm going to try and give you some answers. So, let's start at the beginning. And I'm saying here to you, settle the God factor. At least for me, that was a critical issue. Settle the God factor. I needed God to be a partner. You need to be born again. If you are going to partner with Baba God, That's how I call him when we are, in the Jakarta. Baba God help me. Because he's a formidable partner to have. There are things that you will need to do, but there are things you are going to need divine intervention to make happen for you. You have to have a vision, a dream, or a goal. Where do you see yourself? We're about to do elections, 2015. So, 2020, where will you be? Another 10 years, 15, 20 years. Do you have a plan, a goal for yourself? Because that's the starting point. You have to have a vision. I said here, be driven. Be passionate. Make something happen. Don't just let life happen on you. If nothing is chasing you, chase something. Are we together? Yes. Chase something. If you are in a job and you are not yet the head of department or MD, please aspire for the position of the Oga ahead of you. Who says you can't be? But you then have to be preparing for it. You have to be diligent. Diligent means hard working. There is no free lunch even in Freetown. Stop looking for handouts. Buckle down. Hard work. Please be a person of integrity. Let your word be your bond. Even at the risk of losing a business, be a person known for integrity. Have a spirit of excellence in everything that you do. If you're given an assignment, don't just do it. Do it the very best that you can. If you're going somewhere, there's a way. If you see me in my house, I'm sure I won't be dressed like this. But if you're stepping out and you're running your own business, your spirit of excellence must radiate anywhere you're going, whether it is work or outside of work. Make sure that you're carrying an image of yourself that you're going to be happy with. If you're given a job, make sure that you give it nothing less than your best. Don't just do an average job and turn it into your supervisor. I've done my best and you give excuses. I believe in a no excuses delivery. You have a deliverable, you deliver. And you deliver on time. Remain teachable. Get a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, you need a mentor. Somebody somewhere has walked this route before, and they will help you. You need to build a network. This is a lot easier for men than it is for women. But you need that network. You know what they call the old boys club? You need a network. You are going to need that network at every stage in life. Review your network and make adjustments. Remember, you have a goal. There's somewhere you're going. So the mentor you're looking for is a mentor that has done what you're trying to do. Be ready to leave your comfort zone. You may have to leave certain relationships. As LB said, I made a transition and I'm having to build new relationships as I go. Remain focused on your goal. Be self-motivated. And I took this from Open Heavens. I put the date there, Daddy Jill. And I read, if you will ever make it in life, you have to stay motivated. The result you get from your effort on anything is at most a function of the motivating force driving you. I said here, keep Baba God in the loop. Continue to pray, read your Bible, Listen to the Spirit for guidance. Expect challenges along the way, but look for the way out of them. You may need to think outside the box. Do a SWOT analysis. All the time, when you review whether it's your person, if you are working in an office, you have colleagues. Do a SWOT analysis. Pretend that you are the supervisor and you are rating all those working with you. And be honest with yourself in terms of what you score. Then begin to make adjustments. Because you want to stand out. Okay, with over 70 million? If you're going to make an impact, you cannot afford to be mediocre. So do a SWOT analysis. Your resources are in your gifting, your tenacity, your relationships, and your connection to God. And that came out for me from Word for Today, 31st January 2015. You can see what I spend my time doing. You know, when you have a vision and a goal, you have to put the time and the resources that are required. Everything I hear, I process in relation to my goal. Everything. So when I hear the word, I'm not just being spiritual, because I prayed before coming for a word. So I'm going to take that word and say, how can I relate this to where I'm going or what I'm doing? I think we're coming close. I shouldn't have more than one slide. So this is my final slide. At every point in time, you need to refresh. I am never too far out of a classroom learning. Now, I thought I was doing great until last Sunday in my church. A man came forward to give a testimony. He looked very elderly, but you know the clincher was when he said his age. He was 88 years old and he has come to attend law school. That's what brought him to Lagos. So I told myself, Nana, get up. Go and finish that final level. Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers. Now, if I can go back, look at my grades. You know, sometimes when they get tired in the office, they'll tell me, go and dye it now, so that I can pretend to be younger. But if I can go back to school, what are you waiting for? Do you remember those days, shorthand? You know those secretaries? Where are those skills today? Okay, let's bring it down. You remember Mr. Rewire, the mechanic? Before the chicken, the door will open in the car. Can you remember doing automated cars? So, refresh, re-strategize, and keep moving. And I've put that keep working. Forget, you know what you associate it with. But the point is, you don't stop. Remember what we talked about? The day you stop, someone is coming behind you. You don't stop. And let me close with this story of mine. At 44, I was speaking, so you can tell I'm beyond 44. At 44, I was speaking to a gentleman who was running his business. I just needed to know where I was and should I step out. He said to me, you should have done this 10 years ago. That most people who set up their business, they do it in their 30s, you still have the energy, you still have the passion. So I left his office worried. And of course, went into another job. And then went into another job. When I came out, at over 50, I knew clearly God didn't want me in a job. What they said I couldn't do at 44, I'm doing at over 50. It's never too late. Thank you. Please, a national round of applause. One or two questions. Anybody wants to, or do you want, okay, come out. If you, I'm going to take just 3. So you, and you, sir. And maybe you also want to add to that question of how do I step out, you know, and what do I eat when the business is not yet booming? Okay, so very quickly.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, everybody. You probably might not be able to answer my question, but I'll just throw it out if you want to leave with this. You talked about network marketing. I know there are some organizations, associations that help people, SMEs, young women, young men, to start businesses or grow. Do you have any ideas, any that we can join?
Good morning, Mom. Good morning, everyone. My name is Moses. My question is related to business startups. Now, it's more like the networking thing. You have a group of friends, a group of people you talk to. Now, is there a limit as to how much of your idea you share with people? Because over the past 4 to 5, 6 years, I've been able to have ideas. Because I did speak with a mentor who told me, God, I have an idea, I'm not able to push for it, and the next 3, 4, 5 years, I see somebody who starts it as the first. Now, is there how much of your idea you share with people, and is there anything that pulls you back when you share too much of ideas? Because currently I'm running on one, doing a plan for it already. Now, is there how much of that idea you can share with people you call mentors? Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. And good morning, everybody. I'm Olasukomi Olaigbe. My question goes thus. With your last inspiring thought story, as you said, ma'am, my question is, how do you tend to know the time, the bold step time to take the decision when you have to start on your own? Just as you said, you're given a challenge and you need to start even after 50. And part of the essence why majority of us are here is to get inspired to start to be able to define that defined time. Also, there has been a correlation from the other lecturers. We were trying to talk about discipline, and from the background of the educational system, whereby the majority of us tend to get exposed to discipline, which may not really be part of our passion or talent, but because you just want to prosper our educational line of getting degree. So my question is, how do you correlate between your degree, that is your discipline, and your inner passion and talent? Giving a good example, someone who has an engineering background or a medical background and has a very good, strong talent and passion for mass communication, has the skills, but needed to go through the school line on that goal. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I think LB asked me to speak to, there was a question earlier about if I step out, how do I survive the first few years when maybe I'm not making any money? There's a season and a time for everything. If you have a business idea, count the cost. What would it entail to start that business? You must count the cost. And then you have an idea. So you ask yourself, how much of my resources do I have to start a business? If your answer is none, I would suggest to you that stay in that job and be saving. Now, don't tell me the money is not enough. There's nobody that cannot save. Because when you lose the job anyway, you reduce gear. Yeah? So, save whilst you are on that job because you have an idea of how much that business is going to cost. If you are spending everything that you are earning today, you are living above your means. I am the one telling you. If you are Christians in this room, you already pay tithes. So you are not living on 100. You've learned somehow how to live on 90. So my attitude is pay yourself. You are the one who did the work. Take another 10%. The way you learned how to live on 90, you will learn how to live on 80, how to live on 70, and how to live on 60. Cut out a number of things. I didn't have anyone to teach me when I was working in those late 20s, early 30s. We were being paid good money so that you can situate my age. Some of us knew when $1 was less than 1 naira. I was earning the speaker before me spoke to you about the second tier foreign exchange market. When that started, it was 11 naira to $1. I know because I was a treasury person. I I wish someone had told me to, we were complaining then. We never imagined. So forget what we are doing now. We are just looking because we've seen 11 naira. I wish someone told me then, all this extra money, save it. We couldn't finish spending the money. And many of us were still at home. We were not paying rent, but we were partying. Oh Lord have mercy. Do you know there was an airline called British Caledonia? When you fly in a certain class, they will give you crystal. Hey, by the time I finished, I would say I'm stressed. And by the way, banking, the money is good though, the stress is good too. I would say I'm stressed. When I looked, I had a whole cabinet full of beautiful different sizes crystal. Where is crystal today? Broken? No second-hand value. But if I had used that money and put in property, Lekki Scheme 1, a plot was 25,000 naira. I would have bought it, but I was flying high. Youthful exuberance. So learn from my mistakes. Cut it out now. Save your money. Even if you're not using it for a business, buy real estate. There's a reason why it is called real estate. It is an inflation hedge. Put your money there. But, so, I expect you to have saved up. If your business is going to, if you need 10 million, 5 million, 1 million, I would expect that if you are the one going to be driving that business, at least 50% of that figure you should have. Because when you go to other people to say, come and give me money for this business, they will ask how much you have in it. I'm not going to give you my money if I don't know that your money significantly is involved. When I started my business, that's what I did. You will ultimately have to raise money. So I'm not saying find 100%. But when you go to people, the first question they have to see is that your all, my all is in my business. So when I'm waking up, I am going. Because my back is not covered. And I have to make it work. It is that drives me every day. You can't allow discouragement. Especially in this environment, the business environment is harsh and it's tough. You've got to have tenacity. You've got to refuse to take no. That you are knocked down today does not mean you'll be knocked down tomorrow. Just be very good at what you do and keep improving. Remember, that's why we're talking about continuous improvement. When I spoke about network, I wasn't talking about network marketing. Totally different thing. I am talking about your network. Your network starts from those you went to school with, those in your family. You are building your relationships around you. Even today, don't leave this hall without getting to know one or two people that you didn't know before you came here. That's how you build a network. Because tomorrow you may be going to an office and that person works there. It makes a difference when they know you and they met you here. You have a bond being here. They will want to encourage you and they may just give you that edge. Moses asked if there is a limit to how much of your ideas you can share with people. Moses, my answer to you is that, I say to you when I hear the word, I remember Daddy Gio once saying, don't share your testimony until it's complete. Why am I sharing it? Is that person part of the people that I'm trying to convince to give me money to invest in the business? Otherwise, if it's just talk, keep it quiet, spend the time praying for God to help you find the resources that you're going to use to start it. But if that person is part of the people you're hoping to raise the financing from, then you must share. They must know what you're going to do and with the money. I hope that helps. Olasukomi says, how do you know the time to start on your own? A difference between the degree and your inner passion. I think your inner passion you will know. How do you know when to start? For me, because I'm a finance person, I guess I reduce most things to numbers. When you have 50%, so I said count the cost. When you have 50% of the resources that you require to start that business, then I think you're ready. For some others, and if it's a business that's not in conflict with what you are currently doing for your employer, because you may have a conflict of interest. If you can't, start it on the side. And the day that that business can pay you an amount equal to the salary you are earning, or 70%, you can step out. Thank you very much, and God bless you.